Our test for shock absorption, vertical deformation and energy restitution. Shock absorption is measuring the impact that the pitch absorbs from the players. We're testing for shock absorption to check that the surface is not too hard. The optimal values for shock absorption are 50 to 60%. The next test that we also get from this drop is vertical deformation. So we're looking at how much give the surface can give the player. If the vertical deformation is too low, what that usually means is that's linked with the hardness of the pitch. And the hardness of the pitch is more often than not too high if the vertical deformation is too low. If the deformation is too high, then quite often that means that there's too much give in the surface is too soft. And again, we're back to player fatigue and playing quality after that. And the optimal values for vertical deformation are 2.5 millimeters to 4.5 millimeters. The last thing that this test gives us is energy restitution. Energy restitution is the amount of energy that's given back to the player. And again, that will impact on, that's all about player fatigue. So we're looking at having an energy restitution that is between 25 and 35%, which is optimum value. What we have is a 20 kilogram mass, which is attached to a spring, and we have an accelerometer attached to the top of this mass. The accelerometer feeds into our control box, which then feeds into our software and gives us our results. So first thing we need to do is check that the apparatus is level. So we do a level check on that. Once it's level, we're going to make sure that we're testing from 55 millimeters. So we have light contact there, so we're going to lift it back off the surface. And then to allow the surface to reset, we're going to do 3 drops on the same spot. The first drop is what we call our bedded drop. The second and third drops is where we take our results from, and we take the average of the second and third drops, and which gives us our final result.